Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. On the journey to explore the world, people are not only overwhelmed by the vast and majestic countries but also curious about the beautiful emirates with extremely special locations, including 3 countries that are completely surrounded by them. Because the territory of another country contains countless interesting things and fascinating historical stories, let's start the journey to learn about these 3 countries before starting the video. Before going into learning, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, share it with everyone. Now let's start to find out today's story. The first country I want to talk about is the city of Vaitcan, located in the heart of Italy and is the smallest country in the world with an area of only 0.44 square kilometers. The Holy Land of the Vatican is always a sacred place that any Christian believes. Every Christian wants to set foot there. Not only known as a pilgrimage land for religious believers, the Vatican also attracts travelers with its unique Renaissance architecture and massive art treasures. The Vatican is a cathedral for Catholics around the world. It includes the apostolic episcopal see of the Diocese of Rome, which has ecclesiastical jurisdiction over the Catholic Church and sovereignty over the city-state known as Vatican City. Although the Vatican has very closely related to Vatican City State, but they are 2 separate entities. While Vatican is a term that usually refers to the territory of a country with a few hundred citizens, which has an administrative meaning, Holy See, i.e., seat of the apostles, is the term encompasses a broad meaning in terms of religious relations with the governing structure of over 1.2 billion believers globally and also in terms of political relations with the secular world. Located in the heart of the capital Rome, with an area of about 44 hectares, the Holy See is considered the Holy Land of Christians and the place that hides the quintessence of human Renaissance art. The name Vatican existed before the birth of Christianity. It comes from the Latin word Mons Vaticanus, meaning Vatican Hill. Although it is only a small country, the Vatican is the country that holds the most power in the world. According to the Lateran Treaty, the Vatican country was established in 1929 as the successor of the Catholic state. Hoang has a 1,000-year-old history. Today, the Vatican is officially known as the Vatican City State, Status Civitatis Vaticanae in Latin. Architecture of the Vatican. Outstanding with a 1,000-year-old history, the Vatican is considered a perfect relic complex, imbued with the quintessence of ancient Renaissance art that is difficult to compare anywhere else. In fact, the the Vatican is a closed architectural complex with masterpieces of typical Renaissance architecture. Most of the nooks and crannies of this pilgrimage country are covered with wonderful works of art and architectural works. It can be said that the most special thing about the Vatican is the territory located in the heart of the capital of other countries, so this place is always shaped by many fortified wall systems. Even though it is only a small national territory, only 44 hectares. However, that does not mean that the Vatican is not outstanding. This place is not only famous for its ancient Renaissance architectural works, it is also a land containing the religious quintessence of humanity. This small country welcomes more than 5 million visitors each year, making the Vatican the country with the highest number of tourists in the world per capita. Republic of San Marino, little gem on top of Titano. San Marino, whose full name is the Republic of Great Peace of San Marino, is one of the smallest countries in the world, located in Europe, and is entirely within Italian territory along with the Vatican. The country has only 27,000 people. According to legend, San Marino was founded in the 4th century by a Catholic stone carver named Marinus from the Dalmatia region who came here to take refuge from the pursuit and persecution of the religion under the reign of Emperor Diocletian. San Marino's independence was recognized by Pope Urban VIII in 1631. It is perhaps one of the oldest independent republics in the world. San Marino has a Mediterranean climate with cool, humid winters and hot and dry summers. San Marino claims to be the oldest republic in the world and the only remaining Italian city-state. It is a timeless micro-state whose institutional functions, political system, and expressions of freedom and staunch independence have remained unchanged since its founding in 301 AD by a stonemason, Marinus of Arbor, as part of the monastic community, even after various wars and annexations. Its extreme isolation is what has helped preserve it throughout the ages, along with the dedication of residents. a living historical city. You can spend a long weekend wandering the fairy tale castle towers, archways, narrow alleys and open squares, and stay in Balsameli 12, an old stonemason's house that has been passed down for generations. It is these heritage sites and the preservation of cultures and traditions that will keep the distinct liberal values of San Marino, dating back to 1296, alive for future generations, and continue serves as a model of representative democracy and peace around the world, according to UNESCO. Visit the San Marino Tower. In the old town of San Marino, you cannot miss the defensive towers, nor can you resist the opportunity to climb them. Start from the former military fortress of the first tower of Guaita for views down to the countryside below, before climbing the steps up to the second tower via the Passo del Strega, Witch's Walk, for one of the most sought-after views. It is located on the highest peak of Mount Titano, 756 meters above sea level. Traveling to San Marino, you will find the very impressive historic center, where there are narrow alleys filled with souvenir shops catering to tourists during the day. However, there is still a sense of history reflected in every monument, wall and cobbled street, and despite restoration from the late 19th century onwards, remains relatively unchanged. St. Francis Gate, Fort the Old Guard of San Marino, which still serves as the main gateway to the city, and the Church of St. Marinus on the square. Hiking Mount Titano, you can follow a winding path through limestone-covered mounds full of forests of Mount Titano means you are following in the footsteps of St. Marino himself. What to eat in San Marino? Culinary traditions. Beyond San Marino's social formation, its agriculturally rich landscape is helping to rediscover farm-to-table culinary and winemaking traditions. Consorzio di San Marino was founded in 2003 to preserve the tastes of the territory and continue to produce locally produced products that form a core part of its San Marino tourism. Gastronomy San Marino includes an exceptionally pure olive oil with a delicate natural spicy taste, cheeses including cassatella, cacciota and nuvoletta from the dairy products of 30 cattle farmers, honey from the country's 80 beekeepers and their thousands of hives, and a wide selection of fine and affordable wines from 170 winemakers, with distinct grape varieties of Sangiovese, Bianchale, Moscato, Ribolla and Canino. A natural rosé called Brisa is the top choice here. Kingdom of Lesotho, Kingdom in the Clouds. The Kingdom of Lesotho is located on the South African plateau. The kingdom's lowest point above sea level is 4,593 feet. It is home to 2.2 million people. The kingdom is located entirely within the Republic of South Africa, surrounded and economically dependent on South Africa. Most of Lesotho is highlands with many villages that can only be visited by horse, on foot or in person. Promotion. The kingdom is one of the few places in Africa where snow can be seen. During winter, shepherds have to wear boots and heavy coats to protect against the cold. Houses are covered with snow in Makapanong village, eastern Lesotho. Temperatures here in the kingdom in winter can be below 0 degrees Celsius, and sometimes there is very heavy snowfall. Lesotho's most abundant resource is water. 4 hydroelectric dams are in operation and 1 is planned. The irrigation project, Lesotho Highlands Water Project, may allow water supply to the Johannesburg region of South Africa until around 2020. According to Visit IOM, Lesotho is known as the Kingdom of Heaven because of its reputation as the only independent country located at an altitude completely above 1,000 meters above sea level. In the Kingdom of Heaven, the water source is considered white gold. Thanks to its abundant water resources compared to surrounding countries, this country strongly develops hydropower. The lowest point in this country is 1,400 meters high, at the intersection of the Makaleng and Orange, Senchu, rivers. The highest point is Thabana in Lenyana Mountain, reaching an altitude of 3,482 meters. The main mineral resource in Lesotho is diamonds from the Letseng mine in the Maluti Mountains. The mining industry therefore focuses on diamond mining. Located at an altitude of 3,100 meters, Letseng is one of the highest diamond mines in the world. It is famous for mining large and quality diamonds, with the highest average selling price in the world. Did you know, in January 2018, the 5th largest diamond in history was found at the Letseng mine. The diamond weighs 910 carats and is worth about $40 million United States dollars. Although the country has many diamonds, due to its high terrain, mainly mountains, Lesotho's economy developed slowly. The country's main economy is agriculture with industries such as farming and cattle raising. In the Kingdom of Heaven, water is considered white gold. thanks to abundant water resources compared to surrounding countries. This country also strongly develops hydropower. And because the territory is high above sea level, in Lesotho, snow-capped mountains create beautiful scenery. When driving across the country, you will see the sight of endless mountains with very diverse and extremely interesting shapes. Besides, Lesotho also impresses visitors with the traditional costume of the people here, which is the blanket. To this day, blankets are an integral part of their lives and culture. You will see blankets of all colors and patterns at important Lesotho events, from weddings to childbirth to the coronation of kings. Lesotho is one of the countries with the highest HIV infection rates in the world. An effort to encourage people to get tested for HIV was launched by Prime Minister Masisili, who tested drug addiction publicly in 2004. In addition, the poverty situation of the small country is quite severe, with 40% of the population is assessed by the United Nations as living below the poverty line. Lesotho's King Letsie III and his wife Karabo Motsoeneng are waving to the crowd on the final day of their 2-year royal wedding. Lesotho is a parliamentary monarchy. The head of state is the king, who symbolizes national unity and is prohibited from actively participating in political activities. Vatican, San Marino, Lesotho are 3 small countries with unique features, but have in common that the territory is surrounded by other countries. Exploring these 3 countries, we are not only widen your horizons, but also have the opportunity to learn more about unique cultures. Thank you for taking the time to watch our videos. Don't forget to take a few seconds to like and subscribe to the channel to support yourself and share with everyone. Okay, hello and see you in the next video.